All right, guys, welcome back. It's me, Daniel, with VintageMagic.com. Hope you guys are having a great holiday. Happy holidays. It's almost Christmas here. So I want to do this quick video for you guys. These are some really, high-end BGS 10 graded Magic cards. These are all sold to a client, and I wanted to at least share with you guys some of my thoughts on some of the difficulty of grading some of this, finding examples, to grade, and some of the quirks that go into some of these cards. All right, so let's just jump right into it. So the one that I think to start out with is the Mana Drain. The Mana Drain is actually considered the best counter spell in many cases, next to Force of Will. It is, I actually own the original artwork back in the day, and regrettably, I sold it, but that's fine. I don't feel bad about it. It's just a really iconic artwork. But what I really think about the card to think about is you'll notice all your Mana Drains that you own, there's a couple of interesting things. One is the distribution back in the day for the Mana Drain was very, very weird, like for uncommons. I don't know if you guys remember this story, but there were actually packs where you were not able to get certain uncommons like Mana Drain, Caracas. I forgot the actual sequencing, but it was a distribution problem back in the day for Wizards that occurred for Legends cards. So it's very interesting to me because with Wizards' crazy quirks, basically what happened was you could like send in the cards or that you basically did not get to complete the set. So basically you have regions of the country, United States or something, that would basically get one type of boxes, and then they would never be able to complete the set. And then you have ones that could have the other side of it too. So that was interesting. Another thing to think about the Mana Drain is the centering of the card is very interestingly difficult. From the copies that I've seen, they tend to be very, very left to right centering issue. It has, and sometimes also the top to bottom is, I think the bottom tends to be a little thinner, which is very interesting too. Another thing that I've seen with this card is by far there's like a white print dot, I believe, on this side or this side. I always forget. It's either or, but long story short, there are like a couple print dots here and there. Sometimes I think there might even be one in the blue, like a weird little circular pattern. But this one, as you can see, has no print dots of any kind. And it was an amazing example. Gorgeous corners too. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous corners. And obviously, guys, I did a video recently of, here's the back. I did recently a video of like the rebacking of cards. And so Mana Drain has not been a rebacking type of card. But I have seen some fakes where they've tried to do it. The card sits, around about $150 to $200. It hasn't really gone up to like a $500 level or a $1,000 level because it is only an uncommon. But if this thing was a rare, and let's say it, if it was a rare, this thing would be 500 to 1,000 plus easily. All right, guys, next card is, let's just stick with the Legends set, is the Tabernacle Pendrell Veil by Nicola Leonard. This image is supposed to be, I think, a tabernacle is supposed to be like a church or some type of praying area, I think, some type of religious thing back in the day from medieval era stuff. But this card, obviously, guys, is extremely powerful for the game. I find this card, grading-wise, to be very easy. I'll be up front. I've graded quite a bit of 9.5s, so there's quite a bit of 9.5s out there. But I believe there's a total of 5 BGS 10s. I've graded 3 myself, I believe. Main reason why it's very simple is that it generally is centered very nicely. There's been a lot of examples with 10 centering also. Also, the corners and edges are not that hard. And also service, I've actually never ever seen one with print dots or stuff like that. So with that in mind, it's not difficult to get a 9.5. And BGS 10, yeah, you know, it's always hard to get BGS 10, but I also think that it's not the most difficult example. There is some like stuff in this case. Beckett, by the way, is very different. Their case is so thick that you get a lot of like dust and stuff in the case, and while they try to clean it all up, it's not perfect. So that's the Tabernacle. I think the Tabernacle is one of the coolest cards ever printed. It's also very super iconic. All right, next on tap is the awesome Mishra's Workshop. This card is, no need to explain what this card is. It is by far the most expensive, most iconic card in Antiquities, of the 100 card Antiquities set, hands down. Look at that, guys. That right there, guys, is on the case, or it's like a clouding that's on the case sometimes. These dumb cases for Beckett, but whatever. I have graded 2 or 3 of these. I think 3 or so. I'm not sure what the current pop is. Right now is December 23rd, 2018. But this card, generally, surface-wise, is always a 9.5 or 10. Corners and edges do have some issues if you obviously store it poorly. There is a waxy version. Antiquities had waxy print. So if you get a waxy Mishra's Workshop or Antiquities card, it does not mean it's fake. It is still considered real. I would still do the bend test, the light test, and the print test. Those are more accurate on that, not just the surface of the waxiness potential. But overall, super iconic. There's a lot of quads, so it's not like super difficult at 9.5. But remember, you know, look for the quality of the corners. This card has absolutely stunning corners and edges, absolutely nowhere whatsoever. I think I got this card from a collection that got some other BGS 10s too. They were absolutely stunning. And last but not least, guys, the only base set card we have here is an unlimited Tropical Island. I wish I was on the island right now. What do you guys think? Who wants to come to the island? I love, you know, for those of you guys who like black border and stuff, I love the island, the Tropical Island. I love unlimited. Look at this coloring on the Jesper Mirror Force and the borders. Absolutely stunning. Now, I will tell you right off the gate, unlimited is not hard to get centered generally, but there is something interesting about unlimited cards. There is a run of cards where there is a horizontal line in the back right there, sometimes vertical, mostly horizontal, that if you open a pack or booster pack or a starter deck and they have those lines, unfortunately, guys, your box will probably have unlimited cards with that print line. I'm not sure exactly the story on that, of why it occurred, but my feeling is that it's just a typical Wizards problems of printing that cause a lot of issues for printing. And remember that if it has that line, your surface will always be like an 8.5 if it's really light. Arabian Nights was the same way, guys. Arabian Nights had 2 lines, right here, a little dinky one, and right there on Juzam Djinn. A lot of the Arabian Nights cards especially. And if you see a pristine surface with that line, it is not pristine. Do not think it's pristine. Do not buy it. If you're a buyer, do not buy it because it's not a pristine. I'd probably say 9.5. If it's very light, I'd probably say it should be 9.5. It should be like a 9, but that's my opinion. Unlimited Tropical Islands are not that difficult to get centered. Their coloring is pretty good. Edges and corners, again, look for no black dots. This is obviously Super Pack Fresh. I don't remember what collection this was from, but it's absolutely just, I mean, best example I've ever seen in my life for Unlimited card. Just absolutely gorgeous. I think Unlimited cards have room to run up because they're used for old school collecting. There's so much stuff going on there. Oh yeah, I wrote eBay because it was on eBay before or something. But that's okay, guys. Oh, side note, guys, if you ever have like a Sharpie signature or something you want to erase, just use nail polish, alcohol solution, cotton ball. Wipes off really easily, doesn't damage the case or the card, doesn't do anything. All right, guys, well, happy holidays. I hope you guys have a great day. Hope you guys get all the presents, all the great memories of your family and friends. I really appreciate you guys. And remember, guys, these cards represent some really high-end investing of Magic the Gathering. Some of you guys may not get to this point. That's fine. But for those of you interested in high-end cards like this, we do offer this mostly on private sale. They're not even on my website generally. My website does not feature these cards that much because I don't have time to put on every card. But if you want any of these type of cards, contact me at daniel@vintagemagic.com. Be happy to do a consultation. We can go through everything you're looking for. My client may want to sell these in the future. So if you want to buy this from him, you have to go through maybe a broker through me. Be happy to do some deals for anybody that's interested. All right, guys, take care. Happy holidays. Here's one more pan through. You guys enjoy. Put in the comments below what you guys are doing for the holidays. Happy New Year. And remember, I want to go to the Maldives one day, guys, in the island like that. Take care.